I'd like to introduce you to a I'd like to introduce you to an inexpensive yet very powerful keyword tool. It is called Keywords Everywhere. Let me do a quick demo for you, and you'll see why I blew it and started off saying free, because most people are going to struggle to spend more than $2 a month using this to get great data. So here we go. Let me show you a demo. All right. This is that tool. It's called Keywords Everywhere. And let me just show you what it does. So anytime you're seeing this K in the black dot, you're seeing data from there. So I've done a search here for content marketing. It shows that the volume on that is 110,000 searches per month. If you were to buy links in it with Google AdWords, it would cost you $5.47 a month. The competition, now be very careful with this competition, because if you go to SEMrush or Ubersuggest or Ahrefs or one of the big tools out there, their competition is talking about how hard it is to rank on the first page for that particular term. This is not that. This is pulled from AdWords data, and it's saying, here's how much it would cost you. Here's how difficult it is to get to the top spot in these ads. See this ad, this ad, this ad. So that right there, that competition, this 0.19 on a scale of 0 to 1, 1 meaning it'd be very difficult, very expensive for you to be in that. 0.19 means, hey, it's, it's pretty easy to get there. As long as you're willing to pay, you can get there. And then here's a trend line showing here's what's happening. All right, now let's go over here. So I've got some trend data that shows, hey, it spiked up and then it came up and it's been peaked in April of 2021. It's a little bit down here in September, so it's fallen off a little bit. But hey, you see that variability in anything. All right, and you can click here to discover some trending topics in the last 30 days. Then I'm going down here, trending keywords. So these are keywords that have increased in searches quite a bit recently. So content marketing has done that. So notice all these things. So it's saying volume. That's an estimate of 2,900 searches per month. So that's what that volume means. The cost per click, if you were to advertise on that, is $12.55. And it wouldn't be hard, 0.24, to be able to buy your way into the top first page on that. And it's up 150% over the last month. This 30-day increment is saying it's up about 150%. Then I can come down here and say, all right, what are some related keywords to this concept of content marketing? So content marketing examples, definition, types of content marketing, etc. So you can see a bunch of different other examples of them. And then people also search for. So this search section here, people also ask. What this does is it goes and pulls keywords that are shown with that, and you can find more of them by clicking here. And then long tail keywords is saying, okay, what are some of the other related keywords around this that are getting a little bit further out? Fewer searches every month, a little easier to get into. But again, remember, this CMP, this competition, is not an accurate indication of what it will cost, what it will take to rank organically. It's what it would take to rank in ads. So be very careful with that. That's one reason why you may want to have, personally, I recommend this tool. I really recommend this tool for a lot of reasons, but for many of us, I think you should just have this tool on because of the value that it gives you when you see something and go, oh, that's interesting. Let me see this. And you can look over to the side and see, you can look over here and see what's going on with this particular keyword, whether you want to write on it or create content or create videos about it or whatever. But then I recommend you also have another tool like SEMrush or something like that to get more. There's a lot more data that you can get those other places, but I've been very impressed by what this particular tool does. Now, as I said, it's not free. Here's what happens. It costs you $10 one time to buy 100,000 points. Okay. So now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to show you credits, 100,000 credits. And you can see here, I've got 97,289. So let's just write that down. So 97,289. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a bunch of different kinds of searches here so you can see what this thing does. And then you can start seeing, then at the end of all this, I'll show you how many points we use so you can get an idea how much it might cost you, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here on search. And let's just say, so I've clicked on this K and it gives me a bulk keywords data. So if I wanted to search for a bunch of different terms, I can just do that, put them in there. I'm going to pay a little bit for all those searches. Here's the next one, analyze page content. Okay, now that one doesn't work because I'm not on a page. So let's come over here to this particular page. So I'm on what content marketing. All right, so let's go look at that one. Analyze page content. So what this is doing is it's going through this page and it's saying, okay, what are all the words that are on this page? So what is content, what is content, etc. So this means, so just going across, this means that what is content is in the title, T, and it's in the H1 tag also. Its density is 0.43. So of all the words on the page, so there's 2,078 words on the page, what is content is used 0.43% of the time, which would be it'd be about 9 usages on that page, okay? Oh, well, I'm so sorry I did bad math. It's there 3 times in there. Sorry about that. Oh, that's right, because it's 3 words. What is content? So I can't just take 2078 multiplied by 0.43. Then I have to divide it by 3 to get there because there's 3 words in the content. Okay, it's searched. That term is searched on 18,100 times. $1.52. It's competition. Again, that's an advertising competition. And where is it trending? So this is showing you, hey, here's all the words that are on this page. That can be valuable. I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes another one that I think is actually more valuable than that. Actually, let's do that right now. So I'm going to click on this, organic ranking keywords URL. I'm going to click on that. Oops, I'm not on the right page. Okay, now here we go. Organic ranking keywords URL. So what this does is it says, okay, this particular page, what is it ranking for in the search engines? Now you've got something that's valuable because you know what? I don't really care for what is content. What I want to know is where has this page ranked? And so for the term content, it's estimated at 5,500 searches per month. It's ranking currently in number 7 position. So this particular page is ranking for that. And then here's the global volume. So that means globally, this term, what content is searched on 673,000 times. This 5,500 is how much they estimate being ranked in number 7th position is probably generating for the Content Marketing Institute. They're probably getting 5,500 clicks on that because they have this term that gets 673,000 and it's ranked number 7 in Google for that particular page. Then we've got the other things down there. So this is incredibly valuable because by using this, I can not only see what this page is ranking for, but I can also, if this was my page, I can go through and I can say, hey, some of these phrases, like for example, definition of content marketing, I'm currently ranking number 1. Oh, wow. I hope there's a definition on there. But this concept of Digital Marketing Institute, they're ranking number 16 for that. They actually, if they really wanted to rank for that, they could improve their talking about that on that particular page and perhaps take this up to the first page. Or MKTG, so the abbreviation for it, maybe they should use that a few more times on there and see if they can get to a higher position. So that's how you use this report. If this is your own page, it can help you to be able to figure out what are areas you can improve to get that page to rank higher for those other terms, which will then potentially send you more traffic. If it's your competitor's page, it tells you, hey, here are all these terms. Notice they wrote one page and they're ranked for 409 different keywords. That, by the way, is one of the real powers of content. You write one page and it's ranked for 409 different terms. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back up here, and this time I'm going to click on organic ranking keywords for the domain. What this is going to do is it's going to go into contentmarketinginstitute.com, and it's going to say, okay, this one showed me what terms this particular page was ranking for. This one shows me what terms this site is ranking for. So you put in you go to your competitor's site, you run this, and what it does is it shows you, hey, here are all these terms that site is ranking for. So let's say, for example, that you were trying to figure out what you wanted to write content about. Maybe you go to 4 or 5 different competitor sites, run this report, and see what else they're writing about. And then do some research on that to determine whether that's a good idea for you to write about too. It's a great idea source is to use a report like this, which shows me all the different terms that this particular site is ranking for. All right. So let's go back up here and see what else they can do. Bulk trends data enables me to put in some terms. So let's just do this. Let's just put in content marketing, and let's click Get Trend Volumes, and it's going to show me 110,000 searches globally. What was it in September? 119.6. August, it was 110. July, it was 100. June, it was 118. So you can see these volumes going all the way back to January 2004. Okay, don't know how accurate all those numbers will be, but that'll show me trends. Now, when could you use this well? Well, one idea is, let's say you've got something like, let's say you have a Halloween particular themed page. All right, so when do searches for Halloween costumes, let's say, for example, start? So if I'm going to make changes or I'm going to put something up and that Halloween term starts coming up, then, hey, actually, you know what? Let's do that. And it helps if you spell it correctly. Halloween costume, get trend volumes. Let's just look at this. Okay, so what this shows me is, let's just go back here to a year ago. Okay, so January, I'm 56. December, I'm 56. November, I'm 225. October, I'm 2.7 million. And then I'm back down in September. So this shows me, this is really weird, the dates, how they've got these dates in weird order. But this starts to show me, hey, these are the months that I should be doing things and looking at things to determine seasonally, when do I need to be ready for the traffic to come. All right, let's go on and look at this. Okay, competitor gap analysis. So I'm going to click that. So here's what you can do. You can put in your website here and then add your competitors here. And what that'll do is it'll start showing you where you rank that your competitors don't, and more importantly, where your competitors rank and you don't. All right. Now that can be huge for you because, again, it starts showing you holes in what you're doing versus what your competitor is doing. All right. All right. So can you see, by the way, can you see the value in this? Okay. So my favorite keywords, I have no idea what this table does. So I'm going to just ignore this. Bulk traffic metrics. So I can put in different URLs. So I can put in a bunch of different URLs and get an estimate of how much traffic my competitors are getting. Interesting, right? Bulk traffic metrics gives you, I'm assuming you put in a domain. Yeah, this gives you individual pages on domains. And then let's just see this. Get top ranking pages. I believe that's going to give me an error. I think I have to be on a search to get that. And then that'll show me the top ranking pages, which I already have here on the site. Okay. So there's some of the data, just a review of some of that data, but I want to show you something else. Wait, there's more. Okay. So what else? All right. So if I'm in YouTube and I've searched for content marketing, here's what it shows me. I've got this over on the side and it says show advanced metrics. Okay, so I'll click that in just a second, but it's saying, okay, for the query content marketing, they've gotten search volume. It tends to get 110,000 searches. I assume that means on YouTube per month. Ahrefs is the top channel. They've got 3 videos. The maximum views for probably this number one has gotten 239,000 views. The average views is 43.1 and the average age is 1 year. How many of these have the keyword content marketing in the title? 79% of them. This is interesting. It says of the top 20, one of those videos was added in the last 7 days. So that shows you a little bit of indication how likely you are to get into those top 20 searches immediately. And in the last 6 weeks, 3 of the 19 are there. Interesting, right? Let's click this show advanced metrics. So you can see this, it's calculating it all right now. So what it's doing is it's putting this metric on each one of these. See how it's doing it? It's coming down, boom, boom. And so it's giving me some more additional information on each one of these. So I can see here's how many subs they have here. And I'd have to go engagement. There we go. Subscribers, approval score. So 99% are saying good on this. Engagement score is 4%. Views per day is 38. And SEO for this particular title, it gives me information about this. So if you were going to create YouTube videos, this will give you a valuable indication of what each of these videos is doing, so you can decide whether you should be doing it or not. So notice this, 741 words in the description. Okay, you probably ought to write a longer description if you want to rank for the term content marketing. Okay, so that's giving you those kinds of things. In addition to this, this also gives you a little bit more indication here. So keywords in the description, total verified channels in there. So I get more information. And then down here, I see what are the most used tags for videos in this area. So this is incredibly valuable because if I'm going to be creating a video in this, these are the ones that my competitors are using as tags in that video description. And then you've got an ability to generate YouTube tags. And down here, I've got trend data that shows, hey, this was pretty hot back in July and August of 2016. It's less hot now on YouTube. Okay. Again, can you see value in this? Let me show you this. Find YouTube keywords for content marketing. So what this is doing is it's giving me, so back here, we showed you some of the, we showed you this keyword search, and I'm just going to stop the search here. You can do that, by the way, anytime it's building that. So you use less credits to do it. But it's saying, hey, there's 222 so far in the top 17 keywords found that use content marketing. So this is showing you other kinds of keywords that you could create content around and how many searches they're getting on a monthly basis, on a global basis. All right. So let's see, is there anything else? We've gone to a site and we've shown you the reports that you can get for a site. Let's just talk about how you go about installing this and getting it. So if you go to Keywords Everywhere and then you just install for Chrome, and what it's going to do is it's going to put a keyword, it's going to put an extension up here on the top. And then what you want to do is you want to click it afterwards and come down and make sure that that little thing is turned on so that you can see it in your keyword bar up here. And then after you do that, then you click here on Get API Key, and it's going to, you're going to pay $10 to get 100,000 credits. And those 100,000 credits Well, actually, let's look. Let's see exactly, given everything I just did, and I did way more than I would normally do. Let's see how many credits I used. So I'm at 96,022. We started at 97,289. So I used about 800 credits in the process of doing everything that I just did. Again, in a normal month, I'll probably use about $2 worth. Well, I probably spend more like $4 to $5, but the average person is probably going to spend about $2 worth of points. It's all based on your usage. And by the way, you also have the ability to do this. Okay, I don't want to do keyword research right now. Okay, so here's all you have to do. Just come up here, click off. What that means is now when I go back here and I run this, I just will do another search on content marketing. What it did was it just didn't pull any keywords everywhere data. And so it didn't use any points for that. So if you're just doing your day-to-day searching, actually you didn't see that. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, so here when I'm on this is the way I was before. I had it on, and all I have to do is click off. And what that does is it doesn't draw upon their database anymore. And so it's not charging me. So if you want to just install this, buy 100,000 points, put them there, and you got them. And then what you do, and 100,000 points is going to cost you $10 whole. Okay. And then only when you need this, do you just go in there, click it, turn it on, and use it. It's that simple. All right. What do you think? You going to do this? Personally, I recommend you do. I also recommend you have something like a SEMrush or a Uber suggests so that you've got that. But this is really good for just spitballing and seeing, hey, here's some other terms that I may want to look at. My biggest gripe with this program is that I don't have accurate competition metrics. That's something I really want to know because if something's going to be a 80 versus a 39, I'm much more likely to go write content for it if it's a 39 than I will if it's an 80. It's just a whole lot easier to rank well for that particular term. All right. So that's how you use it. And by the way, when you use up your $10, you can just go spend another $10. So during a typical year, you might spend $25. That's what they found their average person uses is about $25 in a year. All right. Keywordseverywhere.com. That's your site. I recommend you do this. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.